Coming up on Chapman News, California leads the nation again, spiking the minimum wage to $15 an hour. We look at the pros and cons.
Plus, women will soon be able to get their birth control from the local drugstore without going to their doctor first.
And a string of robberies have left pharmacy shelves empty in Newport and Huntington Beach. All this and more coming up on Chapman News. Welcome to Chapman News. I'm Zach Shucklin.
And I'm Talia Hubble. Let's get right into today's top stories. Higher wages sound beneficial, but Sacramento's latest decision to increase the minimum wage may not be positive for everyone. Reporter Gabriella Pinnell has the story.
Monday, after Governor Jerry Brown signed a new bill into law raising the working minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2022. The new law passed with heavy Democratic support, while no Republicans supported the bill, warning that it will cost many people their jobs.
Imposing an artificial minimum wage above what the market would have dictated, it creates certain conditions that could be detrimental to the labor market in general.
Brown and other supporters argue that this is about economic justice and bridging the divide between rich and poor.
It's about creating a little tiny balance in a system that every day becomes more unbalanced.
I know some small businesses might really struggle, but I do know that people need to make more money at some of these jobs so they can take care of families and rent and all that.
The law will enforce an hourly $1 raise each January until 2022, with the exception of businesses with 25 or less employees who have an extra year to comply.
In the long run, I feel like it's just the more we inflate the minimum wage, the more inflation is just going to be a big problem in general and hurt our economy.
California is the first state alongside New York to sign this bill into action, making it the highest minimum wage in the country. As of now, no other states have followed suit, but experts say it is not unlikely. From Orange, California, Gabriella Pinnell, Chapman News.
Some of the presidential nominees have also weighed into the new law, with both Hillary Clinton and Senator Bernie Sanders expressing their support for the decision.
5 Orange County pharmacies were robbed in one night this week. Reporter Maya Rodrigo is at one of the pharmacies that was robbed right now to give us the details. Maya?
She's just really ditzy. Oh, fuck. How soon? I'm here in front of MedZone Pharmacy, one of 5 pharmacies that was the victim of burglaries here in Orange County on Wednesday night. All 5 burglaries took place within a 15-minute driving radius from the Chapman campus. Now, police currently believe that the burglaries were connected, as many of the witness reports have very similar descriptions of what they think the suspects looked like. The first burglary was reported at 12:07 a.m. The witness says that she saw a group of the burglars leaving the pharmacy, and then a short time later, there was an alarm that went off at a Rite Aid pharmacy less than a mile away. Surveillance video from the robberies matches up with the witness reports, and in all of the cases, the robbers pried open cash registers, stole cash, prescription drugs, and narcotics. There has been a surge in pharmacy robberies in Southern California, throughout Southern California since last year. So currently, police all over Orange County are working together, conducting an investigation to see whether these robberies could have been connected. Reporting live from Chapman News, this has been Maya Rodrigo.
You know, Chapman had their own string of robberies last semester.
Well, the city of Orange announced that the new chief of police, Tom Casella, is actually going to be starting next Friday. So that's going to be on his plate going forward.
Definitely. Pacific Sunwear is running on fumes. The Anaheim-based retailer will likely file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy next week. The chain lost $12 million last year. Its stock closed Thursday at 9 cents a share. The firm has more than 600 stores and sells apparel for teens, apparently a tough sell. Huntington Beach-based Quicksilver filed for bankruptcy last year.
Police arrested 3 men this week after they found $750,000 worth of drugs in their cars at inspection stations south of San Clemente. The first incident occurred Monday when a U.S. citizen was pulled over in the screening area. Customs agents found bundles of narcotics in a spare tire in his trunk. 2 Mexican citizens were also stopped, and 10 pounds of methamphetamine were found in the car's roof. In both cases, officers arrested the men and brought them to the DEA's custody.
New legislation will be affecting how women acquire birth control in California, and it's been getting attention from feminists everywhere. Maddie Bader has more details.
This month, a new California law will go into effect that allows women to purchase birth control pills without a prescription. California is the 3rd state to allow pharmacist-issued birth control, and this particular legislation includes not only pills, but also patches and more. The law also does not have a minimum age requirement.
I think it's interesting how you can just go without, seeing a doctor. Just because I feel like if you're 12 and you don't really know your body that well, and you get a random kind of birth control that might not work with your body, I don't know, I think it's weird.
I believe a woman owns her body and she can do whatever she wants with it. I think it's fantastic.
I don't know why it took this long. It's really sad that this even has to be a conversation to me because it's such an obvious thing that every person, every woman should have access to is birth control. So yeah, I mean, it's really exciting that this is happening now.
Now, all a California woman has to do is walk into her local pharmacy for birth control. Sounds simple, right? Now, pharmacists will receive extra training and must administer a screening questionnaire before dispensing medication. From Orange, I'm Maddie Bader, Chapman News.
Pharmacists and pharmacy representatives declined to comment.
Coming up after the break, the celebration continues at Chapman's newest building on campus.
Plus, Soundcheck has a ticket for the long way around, and you're going to miss them when they are gone and getting the gold.
It is going to be a wet and wild weekend here in the city of Orange. Stay tuned for more info on that coming up on Chapman News.
Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Take your life to new heights. Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead. Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Take your life to new heights. Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead.
And we're back. Thank you so much for joining us. Passengers' mouths were left gaping aboard Captain Dave's dolphin and whale watching safari when they spotted basking sharks off the coast of Dana Point. Everyone was thrilled to catch some video of this rare occasion because the last time basking sharks were spotted was in 2013. These are the second largest shark species, with the first being the whale shark, which can reach up to 33 feet and weigh 5 tons. Scientists speculate there are only 300 to 500 basking sharks left in the eastern North Pacific.
19 Garden Grove firefighters and 2 junior firefighters shaved their heads for childhood cancer research on Wednesday. This year, the station raised almost $30,000. They've been hosting this event for the last 5 years and in total have donated $100,000 to various cancer research programs. This year, they donated to the Los Angeles-based St. Baldrick's Foundation. The station pledged to raise even more money next year.
A community day was held to celebrate the opening of the Musco Center for the Arts. Our own Adam Mann was there for the festive day.
After years of planning and construction, the 88,000 square foot, 1,044 seat Musco Center for the Arts is ready for the public to enjoy. People of all ages from the local community were graced with viewing the latest addition to Chapman's campus. The opening of Musco Center of the Arts was celebrated with a Community Day, where performers took to 4 stages to display their talents. The Community Day had a large schedule of performers that provided entertainment throughout the day. Chapman's very own student ensembles and clubs waited backstage to start off the day's festivities.
It's a great opportunity for the students to support one another. Like, we get to see all the a cappella groups perform, all the other theater groups perform.
I can't remember a time where everybody kind of got together and performed, and that it happens today in the Musco is kind of amazing.
Groups included Soundcheck, Chapman on Broadway, Player Society, and Floor 13. Students were excited to finally perform in front of a live audience at the venue.
It's so cool. Like, outside looks beautiful. The building itself is beautiful. And not only that, it's the best sound in the country. This theater is the most acoustically sound building in the nation.
Outside, the other stages boasted local talent as the community checked out the Musco grounds with guided tours. Food trucks and booths were present as well. Pete the Panther was there to check out the Community Day along with all the other Chapman students.
It's nice. I mean, I love it. Looks like a great place to eat lunch. The stage was a lot of fun to perform on.
The day culminated with a concert by the Pacific Symphony, one of the first of many concerts to come. From the Musco Center for the Arts, Adam Mann, Chapman News.
If you missed out on seeing the performances, Musco is also slated to have a performance every weekend for the rest of April, so you better get your tickets now.
A Chapman a cappella group is making waves and bringing home trophies left and right. Ellie Newby has the story. If you've seen Pitch Perfect, then you know collegiate a cappella competitions are taken very seriously. And last weekend, Soundcheck, one of Chapman's own groups, won the semifinals at UCLA, as well as took home an award for outstanding choreography, and they will now be advancing to the national championships.
We practiced literally every day of the week leading up to it because it was right after spring break.
Soundcheck is the first Chapman group to make it this far in the competition, and former President Dominique said they never expected it.
Even when they were announcing the groups, who the people that got third and second, they were phenomenal. So we were like, oh my gosh, like we didn't place.
Soundcheck got third place at the quarterfinals, which took place at Pomona College in February, and defied the odds by surpassing the 2 groups that beat them just 2 months before. The championships will take place in New York, where they will be competing against the top 10 groups in the country, including one from the UK. The ICCA Championships will be on April 30th in New York City, and I'm sure they'll do aka awesome. If you want to follow Soundcheck's progress, make sure to like them on Facebook or give them a follow on Instagram to be included in future updates. Reporting from campus, I'm Ellie Newby, Chapman News. Soundcheck has received a sizable donation from President Doty, and they started a GoFundMe account to make their trip to New York possible. It looks like it's going to be a pretty gray week the next few days.
That's actually what my parents like to call Netflix and chill weather. Emily, break it down for us. How wet is it going to be next week?
Zach, it is going to be pretty wet this coming week. We are having some showers right now outside. For those of you who have been outside, you've probably experienced that light drizzle coming down. Expect more of that definitely this weekend. It's currently 70 degrees in Orange, whoops, other side, and it is going to only get cooler from there as the weekend goes on. Now, the reason for that, we will be able to see a little bit more in depth as we look at our Orange County forecast. We have 2 low pressure systems coming in through Orange County this weekend through next Tuesday, and both of those are going to bring heavy rain. That's also what's bringing our cooler temperatures, which is why as we look at the coastal cities, most of them are in the lower 60s, with the hottest area being the city of Anaheim today at 70 degrees. And then as we look at SoCal overall, Most places in the lower 60s, with Avalon at 60 degrees, definitely looking a lot cooler than anywhere else. And the warmest place being Palm Springs. So if you want to maybe try to get tan this weekend, head out to Palm Springs. But I would definitely recommend, no matter where you go, to bring a sweater because these cooler temperatures are definitely going to be continuing. And if you hit the beaches, prepare for some heavy, heavy winds, some strong winds, and also larger waves because of this storm coming through. Now, as we look at our 5-day forecast in a moment, I will show you that. But currently, it is time to discuss some hazardous weather conditions that we will be seeing. So, like I said, because of these two low pressure systems coming through, heavy, heavy rain is going to be something we can expect all through this weekend and even next week. Specifically in Orange and Westminster, we will be able to see a hazardous weather condition until Monday. The reason for that is because after Monday night, the low pressure systems are moving out of both areas and some areas of Los Angeles County as well. And the rain will after that start to calm down, and then we will get to see these skies clear and the sun come back out. And now for that 5-day forecast. Oh, a preview of Snoop Dogg. Of that 5-day outlook is showing us that temperatures are going to stay in the lower 70s, showers prevalent through most of the weekend, with our heaviest day for showers being Sunday. And then as we move into Wednesday, when we can expect the rain to stop, we will have some lighter showers. Now, there is cats and dogs raining outside, but one dog is the coolest of them all. Snoop Dogg, the legend himself, is coming right here to Orange this weekend to perform for students and residents of Orange County alike. But you can expect drizzle, faux shizzle, because the rain is going to be continuing all weekend. So if you're going to be seeing Snoop Dogg, I will be there. I will see you there. Make sure you bring an umbrella to prepare for this rain that will definitely be continuing throughout the weekend. As you can see, we're going to have temperatures in the lower 60s, so definitely prepare for that here in Orange. That's all I have in the Weather Center. Have a great weekend, everyone. Now over to you in sports, Jay Gill.
March Madness came and went, but with the end of the tournament brings the beginning of a new season, baseball season. That and a lot more coming up on the Best Campus Sports Show.
Struck by lightning, 1 in 576,000. Odds of dating a supermodel, 1 in 88,000. Odds of bowling a perfect game, 1 in 11,500. Odds of being trapped in an elevator, 1 in 24,528. Odds of catching a ball at a major league game, 1 in 563. Odds of an injury from shaving, 1 in 6,585. Odds of tripping while texting, 1 in 10. Odds of getting cancer in your lifetime, 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women.
It's up to us
to change the odds for our generation.
For the ones we love. For our future.
If you don't like the odds,
stand up. Stand up to cancer.
Disasters happen with little or no warning and often occur while you are away from home. Be ready for emergencies by registering your alternate phone numbers, cell phones, and email addresses at alertoc.com. You will receive alerts when an emergency occurs near your workplace or neighborhood.
Welcome to the Best Campus Sports Show. I'm your host, Justin Gillerman, and boy, do we have quite a show for you today. So let's get this thing started. Now, upsets, buzzer beaters, heartbreak, and euphoria are all words that could be used to describe what was a spectacular NCAA tournament. Now, our college basketball analyst, Ben Weiner, has a recap of all the madness that was March.
It's April, and that means March Madness has wrapped up in dramatic fashion, to say the least. 2016 features some amazing moments and incredible storylines. The tournament gave us arguably one of the biggest upsets in March Madness history. 15th seeded Middle Tennessee State pulled a shocker over the 2nd seed Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans. Here are my top 5 moments of the 2016 NCAA tournament. At number 5, it's Notre Dame with 9 seconds to go. Demetrius Jackson drives to the hole, comes up a little short. Zach August comes up a little short, but Rex Pfluger is there to tip it in with 1.4 seconds to go. The bench goes crazy, and that would be the eventual game winner. At number 4, it's Wisconsin against Xavier, and Bronson Koenig is down 3 with 14 seconds to go, and he ties it with a deep 3. Ensuing possession, Xavier turns the ball over, goes back to Wisconsin with 2 seconds left, and what does Koenig do? He hits a step-back corner 3 in front of his bench to seal the game. Coming in at number 3, UNI wants nothing to do with overtime, so they just hit a half-court shot at the buzzer to win it, 75-72. Paul Jesperson, take a look at it again, gets the ball, heaves it right before midcourt. At number 2, we got Marcus Page in the national championship game, down by 3 with 9 seconds to go. Hits a double clutch crazy 3 to tie the game at 74 in the national championship game. The place is going nuts. Look at that double clutch. But coming in at number 1, of course, is the final play of the national championship game. Listen in.
At midcourt. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
That's right. Chris Jenkins outdoes that Marcus Page shot by coming down the court with 4 seconds left and hitting the buzzer beater for the national title. Ryan Arcidiacono dumps it off to Chris Jenkins, and he launches it from deep to give the Villanova Wildcats their first national title since 1985. Justin, back to you.
Thanks, Ben. It sure was a wild ride all the way to the end. Really looking forward to next year's tournament. But now the smell of fresh cut grass, the cracking of the sunflower seeds, and the popping of the catcher's mitt from a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Baseball's here, ladies and gentlemen, and I, alongside my colleague Chris Williams, ventured down to Angel Stadium to see what Angel fans are expecting this season from their beloved Halos.
It's opening week for Major League Baseball, and we are here at Angel Stadium where the excitement is off the charts.
Angels fans are coming from all over Orange County to see what their center fielder Mike Trout can do and if he'll have another all-star year.
Now we caught up with a bunch of fans to see what they're most excited about for the Angels 2016 season. Let's take a look.
What are you most excited to see from your Angels this year?
Well, I'd like to see some guys get on base in front of Trout.
I think the young pitching, they got Tropiano, Heaney, all them, and seeing if Shoemaker can come back and seeing if C.J. Wilson can maybe come back.
I'm excited about Mike Trout winning the MVP.
Here with Sergio. Sergio, how many home runs is Mike Trout hitting this year?
50.
Oh man, I think he could do 40 again. I think he'll stabilize like right around there.
43.
43 home runs. Disappointing season last year. How are the Angels going to do this year?
They're tough on pitching. I think they have the offense, but it's going to see how the pitching holds up, how they do.
I would love it if they make the playoffs. I think if they make the playoffs, they'll go far this year. I think it's going to be winning the division that's the tough part. I think from there they can make it deeper in the playoffs.
I think they're going for a ring. I mean, that's what they've all been saying. They're saying like their one goal is going for the ring this year, and Mike Trout's going to lead them.
Big question this year is, will Jared Weaver throw over 90 miles an hour?
No.
No. Jared Weaver is not throwing 90 miles an hour. Stars align everywhere. Anthony Rizzo, Mike Trout, Albert Pujols. We pick it up in the first inning where Anthony Rizzo gets the Cubs on the board 1-0, driving in Dexter Fowler. But Miggy Montero goes boom over the right field wall, adding to the Cubs lead, making it 5-0 right there. And of course, that's going to be enough for Cy Young Award winner Jake Arrieta. Says, sit down, Mike Trout. I'm the man here. Pujols, go follow him right there too. Jake Arrieta was mowing down the Angels lineup, only allowing 2 hits, 7 innings of strong pitching. Cubs win 9-0 on opening day. Now the second day, Matt Scherzer right there with the home run. The Villanova grad hyped about his team winning the national championship. Says, I'm going to go yard, followed by Anthony Rizzo. Man, Anthony Rizzo is on a tear right now, adding to his home run total and RBI total. And not to be outdone, Dexter Fowler takes a 3-0 pitch up, elevated out of the park, giving the Cubs a 2-game sweep over the Angels to start the season. But the Angels got back right into things last night against the Texas Rangers. Mike Trout up to bat. Nope, they don't want to face him. They'd rather face Albert Pujols. Well, be careful what you wish for, because Pujols goes boom, left center, game over, drive home safely, light that baby up. The Angels are winners 4-3, start the first 3 games with a 1-2 record. Now, the Angels will continue to host the Rangers this weekend as part of a 4-game series before hitting the road for the first time all year next week. So now we'll transition into a new segment this week. It's going to be our 3 stars of the week. I picked 3 athletes across all sports that impressed me the most this week. And our first star of the week is that man, Cubs pitcher Jake Arrieta. Mr. Arrieta, I'd like to apologize to you. As I said during spring training, you would not have the same type of year that you did last year. But 7 innings of 2-hit ball, 6 Ks later, I think I'm just going to shut up about talking about you. So you're my first star of the week. Congrats, Mr. Arrieta. Now my second star of the week is Villanova guard Chris Jenkins, who indeed does have ice in his veins after hitting a game-winning 3-pointer at the buzzer to win the national championship for the Villanova Wildcats. Ice in his veins. You, sir, are my second star of the week. Now my last star of the week is Dodgers pitcher Kenta Maeda. Now the Dodgers, Padres, Angels have combined for 2 home runs this season. One of them belongs to Mr. Maeda, who in his very first Major League game proves that pitchers can absolutely rake. You, sir, are star of the week. Thank you. Now, that's all I have for sports this week. Nicole, what do you have going on for us in entertainment?
Thanks, Justin. Muggles, your train ride to Hogwarts... Muggles, your train ride to Hogsworth just got a little bit shorter. You'll find out what I mean after the break. You're watching Chapman News.
Stand up for what's right. Chapman University. Passion, perseverance, teamwork, integrity. Create value in the world. The School of Law at Chapman University. Lead. Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Chemistry, physics, computational science, biology. Start doing research in your first year. Soar to new heights. The Schmidt College of Science at Chapman University. Explore.
You know, Talia, I took a Harry Potter quiz earlier this week, and I found out that I belong in Gryffindor.
I'm a Gryffindor. You are such a Slytherin.
Okay, well, we'll agree to disagree on this one. Nicole, what can we expect Patronum from entertainment this week?
Thanks, Zach. The iHeartRadio Music Awards happened this Sunday, and Adele walked away with the Song of the Year. But Taylor Swift said, "Hello, it's me," and swooped up 4 of the awards, which was the most out of anyone that night. Swift was named Female Artist of the Year and also won awards for Album of the Year, Tour of the Year, and Most Memeable Moment in a Music Video. Her proudest moment, however, seemed to show most for an award that she didn't even win. But her boyfriend, Calvin Harris, won as Dance Artist of the Year. While giving out some of the hardware, they sprinkled in some special performances from guests like Zayn Malik, Chris Brown, Iggy Azalea, and Meghan Trainor. In other news, Justin Bieber was recognized for no longer being a baby, singing songs like, well, Baby. What do you mean? The Biebs was named Male Artist of the Year. University Program Board is known for bringing the best and most talented in the music industry to Chapman for their spring concert, and this year, the event will be held in the brand new Musco Center for Performing Arts. But it's still a mystery who will be gracing the brand new stage. Our reporter Robin Genesee hung out on campus this week to see who students would most like to see, and found out that they have some pretty high hopes.
So, RC Hoyles, have you heard that UPB is doing a spring concert this semester and that it's going to be in the new Musco Center? Who would your dream performer be? All right, no comment? Let's see what other people have to say. All right, so have you heard that UPB is doing a spring concert this year?
Yeah!
Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I love the fall concert, so I'm excited for the spring concert. I'm super pumped. I've never been to one of the concerts, so I'd love to go.
Who would your dream spring concert artist performer be?
Kesha, she's my idol. I love her. Bernie Sanders, I think if he dropped some sick beats, I think that'd be really cool.
Maybe Kanye, he just dropped that fresh new track. I don't know if Chapman could ever pull it off, but my favorite person of all time is Beyonce.
I've always wanted to be Scary Spice, and so I just really need the Spice Girls here.
How do you feel about it being in the Musco Center?
I think that's so awesome. Everyone has said such amazing things about it. I haven't been able to go inside yet, but I'm excited to go inside for this event.
Hopefully people don't destroy it, because you know what happens when kids go to concerts these days, you know.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. I just got a tour of it the other day, and it's really impressive.
I can see the headlines now. Intoxicated student barfs in new Musco Center. What will Dodie say?
What will Dodie say?
That tall order of Bernie Sanders, but whether it's Kanye, Kesha, or a different artist, the star of the show will be announced on Monday. Wands it ready and butterbeer in hand. Harry Potter World at Universal Studios Hollywood has officially opened, bringing the magical world of J.K. Rowling to the life on the West Coast. Muggles and Wizards stormed the park yesterday at 6:30 a.m. and tickets were sold out completely. Some familiar Potter faces joined the festivities. Tom Felton, better known as Draco Malfoy, Ivana Lynch, who played Luna Lovegood, and James and Oliver Phelps, the prankster Weasley twins. Composer John Williams brought the house, or the castle, down the night before with a live performance of that famous Potter theme song. The park includes a snowy walk through Hogsmeade, sweet treats at Honeydukes, and the main event, of course, Hogwarts Castle. A maze of real props from the films, a visit from Harry Potter and Friends, moving pictures, and a surprise thrill ride deep within the castle. Watch out for those Dementors. Of course, you have to stop at Ollivander's Wand Shop before you leave to have your wand choose you. Just be aware that you won't be the only Muggle going to Hogwarts this weekend, so beware of the heavy traffic. A congregation of corgis and corgi lovers will be headed to Huntington Beach this Saturday for the annual Southern California Corgi Beach Day. The event began in 2012 and has grown to attract over 800 dogs and 12,000 Facebook followers that are ready to party. The day will start off at 10 a.m. with a corgi kissing booth and finish at 3 after the dogs compete in many events, including a talent show, costume competition, corgi kini contest, and a game of corgi limbo. Well, it's clear that Southern California has plenty to be entertained by, but before I get carried away, I'm going to toss it back to you over at the desk.
Thanks, Nicole. Log on to our website, chapmannews.tv, to see all of our episodes, Chapman Newsy bios, and top headlines.
And make sure you also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Chapman News, Twitter and Instagram @Chapman News, and YouTube at youtube.com/Chapman News.
For your Friday newscast in Orange County, I'm Zach Shucklin.
And I'm Talia Hubble.
Have a great weekend. Was it okay?